I'm Jess Alexander, and today we'll be analysing Pedigree's Feed the Good campaign. The big idea for this campaign is that dogs are good for people, that owning a dog is an experience that transforms us for the better. This idea motivates a target audience for the need for development within the self-actualization stage of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. The slogan and the tagline connects to the audience on an emotional level by connecting to the consumer insight that dogs make us better people. The message strategy uses an effective approach by appealing to viewers on a purely emotional level. Buying dog food is a habitual purchase decision and is under the habit formation response within the FBC grid. However, by using an effective approach, Pedigree changes the consumer behaviour to be a more emotional and to be into the self-satisfaction response. Advantages of using this approach are changing consumers' moods and feelings positively towards how they perceive Pedigree. Disadvantage of this approach is the lack of information available for the campaign, as emotional appeals are widely used instead of informational or rational appeals. To evaluate the success of this campaign, clear objectives must be set. The first objective of the campaign is to increase top-of-mind recollection by the campaign tagline by 45% in our target audience within a 12-month period. The second objective is to change the target audience's perception of Pedigree from breeder's choice to the instance of dogs by 60% within 12 months. Measurement process to evaluate the success of the campaign occurs in the concept testing, rough testing, commercial testing, and market testing. Market testing will occur every quarter throughout the year with diagnostics, day-after-record testing, and tracking studies in order to monitor the performance of the campaign and to adjust it as needed. Emotional appeals were used throughout the campaign by relating to the consumer's psychological need for personal development. Pet food has a very low perceived product differentiation and low topical involvement. Therefore, when processing information, the product comes under the low involvement model. This model heavily relies on a visual image personality, as compelling visual images lead to consumers identifying and retaining advertisements a lot more than those that don't. Using emotional appeal aids in the creation of Pedigree's brand personality and placement by using strong visual images such as the importance and the innocence of dogs. As previously stated, Pedigree attempts to move dog food into the habitual formation response to the self-satisfaction response. By using emotional appeals for the campaign, consumers have an emotional response to advertisements and the brand, moreover altering the decision-making process when buying dog food from low-involvement thinking to low-involvement feeling. The tone of this campaign is very emotional and tones into the way in which dogs make us better people, which perfectly reflects the brand personality of both a loving brand and nutritional products. Creative techniques used are the changes in background music from sad at the beginning to happy once the dogs improve the behaviour of their owner. This plays into the effective media strategy and the emotions of the target audience. Another strategy used are the colour schemes of black and white on many of the print ads. This emphasises the emotion used within the advertisements and highlights the brand image and the tagline. The print ads show many different ways that dogs make us better people, how they bring out our inner child, make us more patient or more forgiving. The film advertisement Pick Me demonstrates how sometimes we need dogs just as much as they need us, and it uses the previous strategy of changes in emotional music as well as placing humans in cages, just as dogs are in rescue centres, to make the advertisement stand out more and also more relatable. One of the most successful advertisements within this campaign was The Walk, where two people would look past the colour of their skin because their dogs were getting along. It showed that dogs aren't racist, so why should we be? Recommendations for improving this would be to expand the campaign to make more advertisements based on large social issues and the way in which to look past our differences are just like dogs do. Media used within Pedigree's Feed the Good campaign are film advertisements, print ads, out-of-home ads, and website and social media mentions. The top three most important media channels were out-of-home, social media, and television advertising. All three channels allow for large reach and frequency, which for low involvement decisions is very important. Out-of-home advertising such as billboards act as a reminder on the way to the supermarket, which can increase sales. Billboards also use large colourful images, which attract substantial amounts of attention. In cases of posters inside shopping malls, once again it acts as a reminder, but is a reminder close to the point of purchase. Disadvantages to out-of-home advertising is wear out, such as high-frequency consumers becoming sick of seeing that same advertisement every day in the same place. Disadvantages are also a risk of graffiti and limited window in which the target audience sees advertisement walking or driving past. In terms of social media advertising, in 2016, there was 83% of Australian households had a minimum of one individual accessing the internet. Film ads posted to YouTube can be shared on other social media sites such as Facebook, allowing users to tag friends and continuously share videos again, allowing for high reach and frequency, as well as supporting high engagement levels. Disadvantages for social media is possibility of negative comments and hashtags to occur from unhappy consumers. Television advertising has the ability to use sight, sound, and motion to create a large impact, just as social media. But it also has the ability to be very selective on which channels and which time slots to air the adverts. Television advertising is perfect for low involvement decision makers, as it allows for heavy repetition and exposure to catchy slogans. Television is intrusive, as you can impose on a target audience while they're watching their favourite TV shows, and you can catch them in a very receptive mindset. Negatives for advertising is a short message life and the clutter in terms of both 30-second time slots and other advertisements directly before and after. Recommendations to reach the target audience more efficiently would be to increase social media activity on Facebook, as it has the ability to tag other users and share across multiple accounts, in turn creating high reach, frequency, and engagement levels.